What happened? This isn't my blood. That intro really had nothing to do with the video. I just wanted to show off how bloody I was after Guar last night. So, today I thought I'd do something a little different. Today, I'm going to do a dramatic reading of a really shitty creepypasta. So, I thought to myself, what's the shittiest creepypasta I know? Tails Doll, My Story. Help. Okay. God, I'm not gonna be able to do this without laughing. Fuck this story. Get the dramatic music going. Okay. After I got home from work, I thought I'd buy a game for my son. He was into the Mario, Sonic, and Donkey Kong type stuff, so I got him a game I don't think he's ever played. It was Sonic R. It was a racing game, as I heard, and at the time it was pretty new. I raced home to give him the game and kissed my wife on the cheek. I held her, and she was happy for giving him the present. The excitement filled his eyes, and I could tell he couldn't wait to play it. He went back to his room, and I was right behind him to play it with him. A couple of days passed, and he told me he was almost done with the game. I watched him beat the last boss, and he roared in excitement he beat it. I felt good for him, patted his head, and asked how it was. The peculiar thing was, as I did so, I looked at the credit screen and pointed and said, "What's that?" He said that it was the Tails doll. I asked him what the Tails doll was. He just said again that it was the Tails doll. I obviously facepalmed and ignored the scenery. I called for him to get in bed. As he was sleeping, the curiosity got the best of me. I went into his room and very quietly turned the volume down on the TV and was ready to play some Sonic R. Knowing that he already beat the game, I decided to play it again through watching him from earlier. I noticed that you could play as Tails Doll, air quotes. Knowing that it was the main reason I wanted to play the game, I chose him to tag up with some of the gang. It was pretty fun at first, until I tagged him up with Sonic. Right when I hit that button, my whole life changed. My life was in the palm of its hand. It was all calm at first, I must say. Ellipsis. The screen shut off, along with the game system. I let things be and went to bed with my wife. She grasped onto me as I did to her, falling in deep sleep. At around 2 a.m., I started hearing thumps on my door. Keeping it shut and knowing my son could get the game himself, I just said, "Stop, go back to bed." Isn't the game in his room already? The thumping kept happening. I got very annoyed and noticed as I got up that there was a little shadow coming from under my door. Nothing at all compared to a regular human-sized shadow. I kind of started freaking out. The word Tails kept popping up in my head. I started to slowly open the door and heard these very faint words I will never forget again.
You are coming with me forever.
It was a doll. An evil, blood-covered, possessed little doll. It was from the game. It had to be. It looked just like it. I screamed, waking the whole house as it started clawing my toes. Blood was all over the floor, and to this day my feet ache and are sore. It was growling very aggressively. As my screaming got louder, my wife called the police. It scattered across the floor, running from me. Its screech was awful. It left a trail of my blood behind it. It said it has what it needs, knowing it can't finish its job tonight. Ever since that day, I am afraid to go to sleep at night. My sleeping patterns are scattered apart. I go to bed at around 6 a.m. and wake at around 8 p.m. to start my day. I know this may sound fake, ellipsis, but it isn't. I swear to this very day I am shocked to even think about falling asleep at nighttime.